Hello beauties. So today I wanted to show you guys how to mix two different hair colors. Now remember, let's say you wanted brown braids. You can actually buy number 33, which is a dark auburn brown. You can mix colors to give it dimension, to give it vibrancy. You don't have to limit yourself to one color. So if you wanted black braids, maybe you could do a little bit of black braids mixed with the darkest purple that I have, just to add a bit of pop. So today I'm going to show you a way to mix it, and I'll give you a couple tips that you probably haven't heard of, because I have actually plenty of those. All right, so we're going to do two really different colors, right? We're going to do a black, and then we're going to do a blonde so that you could see it. Now both of them have been cut, and they are cut blunt. Now a tip: when you mix here, it's actually a little bit better if the ends are blunt. And you know why? Because actually this is a kind of like a form of prepping the hair. When you're mixing the hair, what happens is over the time that you're mixing the hair, it tapers the ends, almost like how in my video how to prep braids, it does the same thing. It's just that this is like really slow, so you don't really want to do this to taper hair. You only want to do this to mix hair colors. But can you imagine if you already had hair that's been tapered and prepped and you mix it? What will happen? That means that the hair would be longer. It'll actually start to be much longer than you probably might like. So that's why I said it's best if it's tapered end, so you cut it to the length you want and then you mix it, because by mixing it, it's already starting to prep the hair and taper the ends. Whereas if you have two pieces that's already been tapered, you just have to be careful that you don't over mix it. Okay, so we're going to start mixing it now. Let me shut the hell up. Now, we got the two. How I mix it, one on top of the other, doesn't matter which color. Okay, and then you're going to pull it apart like that. That's one. Now remember to keep it all the time very smooth in one spot, because you don't want to kind of go crazy here, because you don't want one to be longer than the other. That's why you kind of, like a magnet, your hands, imagine, you pull it apart, and like a magnet, boom, it comes back together again. So it shouldn't go like this. It shouldn't be crazy, because it'll make some of the hair come out longer than the others. Okay, you want to keep it just about even, everything even, if you could see that. Okay, so that's the trick. Just pretend your hands are like magnets, and you keep putting one on top of the other. Oh Lord, Jesus, the other, like that, magnet. Now, we actually need a tool here while we're doing this. We need a brush, and if you'd like, a little spritz bottle of water, but mainly a brush, because I'll show you why we need a brush very shortly. 3 minutes in. Okay, girls, I got to get this stuff sorted. And guys, we can remember you guys. We have to remember you guys, because there's plenty of boys who enjoy braids and all sorts of stuff. So we can't forget you guys. You're very important as well. Here we go. Like a magnet. Okay, I'm going a little bit slow for you so you can understand, but you just keep putting the hair on top of each other, going down the middle and splitting it apart. And why would you need your brush? I'll show you right now. Okay, there we go. Let me get the brush. And so the brush is, remember in my hair prepping video, on the thigh from the bottom, okay, working your way up. You're actually blending the hair in when you're doing this, okay? You're just blending the hair in a little bit. This is where your little spritz bottle could come in handy as well. You can use it if you like, if this little thing would work. Yeah. Oh, this is not the right spritz nozzle. Jesus. Let's pretend it's, yeah, there you go. Now you were working right. Then we do the other side. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit of blending, okay? And probably do this for another minute. So this video will be on for ages, but I wanted you to see and to get a couple tips on this, okay? Because plenty of people are like, oh yeah, I can mix it or whatever, and you know, I don't know what they do when they say that they could do it, but I'm pretty sure they do this, hopefully. But this is, I thought, really a really important thing to know how to do properly, okay? And it's also another way to kind of taper the ends a bit. And I'll show you what I mean by tapering the ends in a while, because I have been stretching this for a little bit, so I'll just maybe think up the speed a little bit. still keeping my hands like a magnet. And I'm also looking for areas that haven't been mixed, like this big wide area, breaking it in half and putting it on top of each other. Sometimes I flip it over, so I might go like this, like that. I might flip it over, do the others. You understand? It's just to get everything mixed, to find spots that hasn't been mixed, like here, pulling it apart, getting it back on top. Okay? And that's all you're doing, is finding spots. So for you, how much you blend it is up to you. You could leave it streaky like this. This is quite streaky. Or you could continue going until you feel it's bloody blended. Okay, so there's varying degrees of blending when it comes to this, mixing the hair. So you blend as much as you feel that you need to blend. And again, if the ends are already tapered, please, like, also look at this when you're doing it. So sometimes it might be, I'll just step back a bit. If it might be like this, straighten it out, get it even. Look at it on this end, straighten it out, get that even. Right? Don't have one longer than the other like that when you're mixing. Okay, so you're also looking at that as well. So these are all the little tricks. No one's telling you on YouTube and all of this stuff. Learning it the hard way. So we're here, we're about 6 minutes in. We don't want to be too much. We don't want to be a 10-minute video on how to mix hair, but I just wanted to make sure that I tell you guys as much as I know, okay? As far as your grip goes, and making sure that it doesn't slip out of your hands, and making sure that it's even at the bottom, not one leg is longer than the other. Everything is even, and pretending your hands are magnets, and just watching the hair while you're doing it so that you can see what the hell you're doing. So I think I'll stop here with this, and now we're going to take on my hair prepping method, which is my brush and my spritzy spritz. Okay, so I'm going to spritzy spritz a little bit, and I'll show you how it's tapered it a bit from the beginning, and then you remember what I told you, because it does taper the hair. I remember having prepping a hair once, and I mixed it when I had already tapered it, and plus her hair was really long. She wanted it lower back, and I remember mixing. I was like, wait a minute, why is this hair getting longer? It's like, Christ, now it's like bum length braids. I was just like, oh my God. So sometimes you learn lessons the hard way, and I had to use that hair and give her longer braids because, you know, at the time you're learning, you don't know. So I'm trying to teach you guys stuff so that you could fast forward your braiding experience, okay? Sometimes you think, oh, you know, it's useless. Oh, that little tip is useless. Oh, it's not really going to matter. But actually it does. In the end, the more you know it with braids, the more you grow. Okay. Okay, so I'll show you what mixing this for, 7 minutes, 6 minutes ends looks like compared to what it looked like before. Now, can you see before? Sorry. Can you see how it's tapered in? Can you see that? And I didn't do it the traditional way that I showed you how to prep hair in my other video, okay? One end will always look better than the other. But look at this. All right? This is not too far away. Another minute or two, and this would be ready to braid for someone. You understand? So now you understand what I mean by making sure that when you mix hair colors, that the ends are blunt and you just cut it into the length you want. And I mean, if you do have it tapered already, like my pre-stretched braids, which are right here, they're already tapered and prepped for you. So if you wanted to mix maybe a pink or a blue or a purple or whatever it is you want to mix, there goes the blue. You can do it, but just don't overdo it. Just do it a little bit and just watch. Watch it as much as you can. Don't go blending it for no 10 minutes, 8 minutes and stuff like that. Just do 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Take your time, get the hair the way you want it to, and finish, because it will elongate the braid, because these are already long. These are 28 inches, which is just here. So if you keep going, they'll be bloody down here if you don't want to stop. So we've reached the end of this video. The hair is blended. This is as much as we're going to do today, black and blonde. And you see, it's actually not too bad, right? Who would have thought that black and blonde would have looked so pretty? Okay? Remember, be colorful, be creative when you're braiding. And let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the future. I will be doing trainings and tutoring, lessons, and online stuff very soon. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for more videos in the coming weeks. Bye. Peace. Take care, beauties. Bye.